Michael Jackson. Hey. Well, how nervous are you right now?
How what?
How nervous are you right now?
I'm not nervous at all, actually.
You really aren't?
No, I never get nervous.
You don't?
No.
No, not even for your first interview and it's live around the world? I thought you'd be a little nervous, but that's great, because if you're not nervous, I won't be nervous. I just wanted to let the world know that when we agreed to do this interview, you said that you would be willing to talk to me about everything, and we haven't discussed one single question that's going to be asked here tonight.
So first off, as a fellow self-reframer, only Michael Jackson is attached and I'm detached. Having protocol chiefs like Oprah Winfrey put this standard or highlight others in the way that she's doing, but yet putting him on blast a little bit by saying, although we never spoke about the questions that I have for you, you already agreed that you were going to answer them, all of them. It's very telling to what Oprah is doing with her SE in service to FE, but at the same time, it shows through Michael Jackson's face as he has a hard time not showing how he feels, since he's an attached self-reframer, even if he's not exactly expressing how he feels. You can kind of see it, how he carry it through his demeanor, how rigid they are, since they are reductionistic types who are attached to the true self, not just the self, but who they are as individuals. He's a natural dreamer. So what we mean by that is the NI in service to the FI actually brings a very unique approach to who he sees himself, but at the same time expanded to guide through SE expression, shows throughout his music and how he exhibits his dancing upon the stage, filling the music, and it's this sharpness that goes in with NISE that it could be aggressive, and people get thrown off with that sometimes, and since they don't normally do it naturally like the dominant types. So you can see imbalances and balances when it comes down to perception and judgment.
When we were watching, I was watching you in the background there, watching the video of you in the early years. Did that bring back memories for you?
It made me giggle.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen that footage in a long time.
Yeah.
And it bring back memories, yes. Me and my brothers, who I love dearly.
Yeah.
And it's just a wonderful moment for me.
Yeah. I saw you laugh when you saw yourself singing Baby, Baby, Baby.
Yeah, because James Brown, I think James Brown is a genius, you know. When he's with the Famous Flames, just unbelievable. And I used to watch him on television. And I used to get angry at the cameraman, because whenever he would really start to dance, they would be on a close-up and I couldn't see his feet. So I would throw things, I'd be angry. I said, show him, so I could watch and learn.
Now, personally, I always thought there was a certain time to type somebody. Like when you're watching a person into a room, you don't type them immediately. Not all information is good information to use. Sometimes somebody is learning something brand new to a scene, and they have to get comfortable before they actually start to open up and reveal what they do most naturally. Michael Jackson learns the moonwalk from Jesse Daniels, only it used to be called the backslide. So once he learned it, he changed the name to the moonwalk. But side by side, they're both very much smooth. Jeffrey Daniels is, I don't think he's an FI Dom, but because Michael Jackson is an FI Dom, you can see how passionate, and it kind of solidified the attitude. He added the attitude behind the backslide, and that attitude in and of itself is the moonwalk.
So he was a big mentor for you,
Phenomenal,
obviously. Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah, and who else was?
Jackie Wilson, who I adore as an entertainer, and of course music, Motown, the Bee Gees, who are brilliant. I just love great music.
So when I look at those tapes of you, and heaven knows that putting this together, I think I've seen every piece of video ever done, of you. And watching those tapes, when, especially in the younger years, you seem to really come alive on stage. There's something going on with you when you were a little boy on stage. Were you as happy off stage as you appeared to be on stage?
Now, Oprah very much knows the answer to this question. However, she asks because she's searching for vulnerability. She's looking for emotions from Michael Jackson. And they both collaborate in the realm of feelings, just that Oprah is focused on external and Michael is internal. So you're going to see some back and forth that's going to favor each other, yet complement each other from the internal to the external realm.
Well, on stage for me was home. I was most comfortable, and still most comfortable, on stage. But once I got off stage, I was like very sad.
Really?
Yes.
And sad from the beginning? Sad since it first started, since the fame?
Lonely, sad, having to face with popularity and all of that. There were times when I had great times with my brothers, pillow fights and things, but I used to always cry from loneliness.
You did?
Yes.
Beginning at what age?
Oh, very little. 8, 9.
When you all first became famous?
Yes.
And Suzanne had some interesting theories about your childhood. We talked about whether or not it was really lost. Was it?
Well, especially now, I come to realize, and then I would do my schooling, which was 3 hours with a tutor. Then right after that, you know, I'd go to the recording studio and record, and I'd record for hours and hours till it's time to go to sleep. So it'd be nighttime. And I remember going to the recording studio. There was a park across the street, and I'd see all the children playing, and they'd be rooting and making noise, and I would cry. It'd make me sad that I would have to go and work instead.
So the main thing what you're looking for in an attached self-reframer is their ability to always bring it back to the self, how they relate to it, how they understand it. And the reductionistic is in relation to those, how they feel about it, and not necessarily the consistency of their thoughts or others or anything that is more detached from the self as a self-reframer. That's a little different. A lot different, actually.
How adolescence affected you? Because I call, you know, adolescence going through that duck stage where everything's awkward, you know? And I'm wondering if when you started to go through adolescence, having been, you know, this child superstar, did that was that a particularly difficult time for you?
Very, very, very difficult.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I think every child star suffers through this period because you're not the cute and charming child that you were, and you start to grow. And they want to keep you young forever and little forever.
Who's they?
The public. And, you know, nature takes its course. And
it does.
And I had pimples so badly, and it made me so shy. I used to not look at myself. I'd wash my face in the dark. I wouldn't want to look in the mirror.
Really?
And my father teased me, and I just hated it. I cried every day because of it.
Your father would tease you about your pimples?
He would tell me I'm ugly.
Your father would say
Yes,
that?
he would. Sorry, Joseph.
Yeah. What's your relationship like with him?
I love my father, but I don't know him.
I love my father, but I don't know who he is very telling to how attached Michael Jackson is, and could narrow down his father to a particular, some types as well. But it does speak to the functions and how they're processing information internally or externally, you know, subject or object oriented. You know, you don't got to be so fixated on your dichotomies. Like, we all understand that sensation means external. It's like, sorry, I'm having little rants. But I do think that that Michael Jackson's type is quite clear. And because of that, then we can definitely conclude here. But there's one more thing I want to find.
And why would he beat you?
Because he saw me, he wanted me to, I guess maybe, I don't know if I was his golden child or whatever it was. Some may call it a strict disciplinarian or whatever, but he was very strict, very hard. very stern. And just a look would scare you, and
Were you scared of him?
very frightened. There's been times when he'd come to see me and I would get sick.
Really?
I'd start to regurgitate.
As a child or as an adult?
Both. But I do love him.
Yes, I understand.
And I am forgiving.
Yes.
I don't go
But
around
can
with
you
the
really
chip.
forgive? I say this on my show all the time. Can you really forgive if you haven't gotten angry? If you haven't dealt with how you really feel? I don't know if you can go from having been abused to forgiveness.
I do forgive. There's so much garbage and so much trash that's written about me that is so untrue. They're complete lies. And those are some of the things I want to talk about. The press has made up so much god-awful, horrifying stories
I know.
that are completely appalling.
I know.
Completely appalling. And so far from the truth. And it's made me to realize the more often a person tell a lie, the more times you hear a lie, I mean, you begin to believe it. If it's told often enough, you start to believe it. And it's appalling the things that have been said about me, and they're completely false.
First of all, I have been in this house getting lit and getting prepared for this, and I've been all over the house upstairs when you weren't looking for that oxygen chamber. I cannot find the oxygen chamber anywhere in the house.
That story is so crazy. I mean, it's one of those tabloid things.
Started.
I did a commercial for Pepsi, and I was burned very badly. And we settled for like it was $1 million, and I gave all the money. We built this place called the Michael Jackson Burn Center, and that's a piece of technology that's used for burn victims, right?
That.
So I'm looking at the piece of technology, I'm touching it, feeling it, and decide to just go inside of it just to hammer around. Somebody takes a picture. When they process the picture, the person who processes the picture say, "Oh, Michael Jackson, he made a copy." These pictures went all over the world with this lie attached to it. It's a complete lie. Why do people buy these papers and it's not the truth?
Thanks, guys, for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think, and also add anyone who you would like to see typed in IDT. Later.